Going live. Going live. Live. Hello everyone. I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Cyberpunk 2077, the Phantom Liberty DLC, or expansion, better said, on the Steam Deck. So here we are. It's verified. We tried it on version 2.0, so now it's time to test the DLC, so let's jump into it. Hey guys! You play Cyberpunk on desktop, blah blah blah, and that save is not yet in the cloud. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Hello again. Hey guys. How's it going? Long time no see. Let me enable the FPS counter. Candido Silva, JNN, Thiago, or Thiago, I don't know. Good morning, Night City. Let's see if this remembers my settings. Okay, SMT, yes. Okay. Let's see, video, 800p. Oh, with vsync 30, we're fixing that. So, 800p, native resolution. High textures, I don't know how it happens, but it works. FSR 2.1. And the settings are basically this. Let me lower this a bit because there's a lot more stuff on the screen now. And, yep. These were the settings that I got for 30 FPS in the main game. I lowered the crowd density because CPU. So we'll see what happens. This was fine for me in the base game, but... Oh, important, HDD mode on makes it easier for the CPU to work, and SMT on. Let's go. Before that though, let me very quickly see the... whatever. Here. This is what I played on the base game. In Portugal it's nighttime. In Brazil as well. In Portugal it's probably like 3 in the morning, right? Okay, let's see. Yeah. So as you can see, base game, it is like this. If you drive, it's going to hurt. But that's the Steam Deck's CPU trying its best. Damn it, it's trying its best. So my advice would be lock it to 30. Oh yeah, some traversal stutter.
Loud and clear. Whoever you are.
So my advice again is to always lock it to 30. But it looks pretty good. Especially on the Steam Deck screen, the smaller screen. So that's the base game. Let me do the fun part. Which was... where was it? I'm sorry, I'm lost. Oh. Here? Yeah, I understand because I speak Spanish, so Portuguese, I kind of understand it. It's pretty easy to read for me, because yeah, the romantic languages. Romantic languages. Oh, wrong save. Let me check, because this doesn't make sense at all. Oh, there they are. That was the correct save. You're benchmarking this new game that came out about boats? What? I think I'm missing something. This wasn't the save that I chose, what the hell? Okay, hang on. Let me write what settings we're using. This is 800p plus balanced FSR 2.1 plus mid-low settings, which is what we were doing on the base game, basically. Yeah, balance FSR, mid-low settings, some stuff on high, but that's good. Okay. It's not loading the correct save that I wanted. This save, please. Thank you. Will you show the other camera? The Santiago POV camera? What? No. Not live, at least. I mean, what the hell? It loads the incorrect save. Let me try it one more time before I lose my mind. Yeah, I know the Steam Deck user POV, but I don't have... I do it... I record it with my phone and then move it into the PC. Okay, this is the correct save.
See if you can restore it.
Okay, whatever. Let's do this one. Alejandro, depende mucho, usa mucha más CPU. Pero fuera de eso, no vas a tener problema con esa PC. Okay guys, let's see if it loads the actual... Okay, there we go. As you can see, way more complex stuff on screen. Especially when I see this from a distance, but... Okay.
Turns out I will be staying at the stadium. Oh, fuck.
All right. Time we got up on the roof.
Understand the Portuguese? Yeah, it's... As a native Spanish speaker,
And
sí,
I'm
sí,
not being
claro.
coy here.
Yeah, of
And
course.
We'll see where we land, literally.
If you speak Spanish, Portuguese shouldn't be hard to understand. But don't get me wrong, speaking Portuguese, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Too difficult.
Take the elevator.
Although, I don't know if you guys from Brazil and Portugal ever heard about it, but
What now?
Portuguese sounds like somebody is about to tell you a joke, but they never finish the joke.
Problem. You keep breaking shit.
It's hilarious.
Last feeble legs.
Or you hack rough and the hardware don't like it.
Finally, hop in. Elevator's roof mount.
Yeah, exactly. SWO gotta go.
FYI, we're about to
Exactly.
cross into Night City
How much
airspace.
worse do you think this patch runs compared to the previous version? I talk about the... This is the DLC, not the patch. The patch is separate. It already came out. I already tested it. The patch I noticed more CPU usage, especially because of the extra police force that's going around.
Having you means my chances are
But
going up.
DLC runs worse because it's a more detailed environment. And there's more stuff going on screen. As an example, I mean, you get this other city, and this city is completely wrecked. Everything's on fire, or you have to fight with the president over here. And this is the part where I saw the worst GPU performance. Sorry, I'm terrible with controller. Let me move the keyboard away. Portugal's Portuguese sounds real funny to Brazilians. That's hilarious. Well, it's like Spanish from Spain to people from South America. It sounds very sophisticated. It zits every 5 seconds. Yeah, I mean, you're not getting 40s in this new patch because of CPU requirements. I mean, you can probably get there if you sacrifice the settings further, but I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't do that in this game. I mean, the resolution sacrifice will be even larger, so yeah. Also remember that you're going to see this in a 7-inch screen. You're now watching it in a live stream, full of compression artifacts, so it doesn't help. Portuguese may sound like Russian if you're not paying attention to the conversation. Well, I wouldn't say so, because when they speak I understand some of it. Maybe if you don't speak Spanish it sounds like that, but no, it's very, very far away from Russian. Oh, Jesus. Alright, so as you can see, this heavy GPU part is alright. So let's see the CPU heavier part, which is Spider on the Fly. In the sky. I'm confused with some of these names. Been playing it on my Steam Deck, runs well. I was impressed. Same. Yeah, even with the default settings. I did some tweaks because I wanted some room to spare, but yeah.
You should be one level lower. Eyes peeled. Look for a way down.
Okay, I've already been here, I think. Someone can explain to me why Portugal.
Look for a maintenance room. Bet anything you'll find a power source inside.
Source. Yeah, I remember this part.
Turn something on.
Lights on.
Nice V. Exactly what we need.
Why does Portugal speak Brazilian? That's a nice point. Sometimes, instead of saying, oh, you speak Portuguese, I say, you speak Brazilian.
Perfect. Reaching systems now.
People from Portugal probably hate that.
Ancient, no proto-ancient protocols.
Yeah, that's pretty sus.
Largely corrupted data. Give me a sec. Need to ping one of our sats. Let's see which active Dogtown network links to this infrastructure. And put. Ready to roll.
No, not the save I was looking for. Oh man, this is so annoying. Here. Asking the real questions. You don't speak Brazilian, you speak Portuguese from Portugal. Sometimes I have an easier time understanding Spanish than Portugal's Portuguese. And you are from Mr. Dark Samurai? Okay, so this is the CPU heavy part. So what we're going to do here is grab a bike and drive for our lives.
Songbird!
And now. Landed safely.
So this is the part that was difficult for my CPU and GPU,
Yeah,
the previous part.
know.
But I need to get that bike first.
Life number 9 commenced. Alas.
So this part is absolute chaos. Not sure if this is replicated later.
Run to the wreckage fee. Save her.
Missile, Songbird? They just shot you clean out of the sky. Fucking
Okay,
right.
let's see. Drive the bike!
No idea Hansen was that.
Yeah, see, this is the part that was the hardest, at least for me to
We
run
need to hurry.
on the other PC.
Got a plan?
But it stabilizes rather quickly, so...
It'll be the safest
I don't
spot
know.
in Dogtown right now.
Whoa! Yeah, the CPU suffers a lot here as well. This is the part that hurts the most, yeah. Guys, if you already played this, not sure if you did, I'm just curious. Did you see anything more demanding than this? I mean, you revisit this place later, or is this like this only the first time? Whee! Kinda funny that both Cyberpunk and Baldur's Gate 3 finally got released. Yeah. Yeah, well, at least Baldur's Gate was in early access. Cyberpunk was in early access as well, but not officially.
Yeah. Hate talking in hypotheticals anyway.
Okay. So if this bothers you, lower to maybe FSR 2 performance. But I'll probably, instead of that, I'll probably do something else, which is instead of, well, lowering this to medium instead. Yeah. Especially the level of detail due to the complexity of the terrain. Okay, I'm going to die here, so let's very quickly go back. Have they changed the deck preset or just raised the requirements with no changes to it? No changes to the deck preset. The deck preset is okay. The thing is, it'll drop below 30 in very specific situations, such as this one. But the settings that I'm using are slightly modified Steam Deck optimal settings. Because as you can see here, I mean, it's not the GPU's fault. The GPU clock is dropping, so
Okay.
it's more of a CPU thing.
Songbird.
And now, landed safely.
Shit, Songbird. Thought you might have.
Does the Steam Deck have VRR? Unfortunately
I
not.
know.
I mean, if you connect it to a VRR monitor,
Life number
it
9
supports
commenced.
VRR.
Last. I made sure to get Myers to the
But
scene before I ejected. Run to the wreckage bay.
otherwise,
Save her.
the Steam Deck screen itself doesn't support VRR,
Songbird.
which I think is a wasted opportunity. It would have been amazing.
I had no idea Hanson was that fucked in the head.
Fucking determined.
You need to hurry.
Okay, this improved things a tiny bit, but not exactly
It'll be the safest spot
night
in
and day.
downtown right now. I'll be in touch. Godspeed.
Fuck. Finally. What? Here we go.
Oh yeah, in this part you really won't get saved, let's say. So yeah, this is the part that is the hardest so far. So yeah. So I would actually keep the Steam Deck settings as shown with, yeah, lots of objects. The CPU is basically dying, so... The Steam Deck settings are this: balanced FSR, which is what we were doing. Motion blur, I turned it off because it bothers me. And then here it's a little bit higher than what I set it to. As an example, color precision, I mean, looks basically the same, runs worse. Ambient occlusion, low looks the same, but runs worse. And then, that's basically it. The only thing I would say lower it further, maybe the LODs, because there's a lot of objects here. That would be the adjustment I would do. And maybe the screen space reflections on low if you want to, but... Here we're CPU limited, so the only things we could do to help that would be crowd density, LOD, and HDD mode enabled, because it makes it easier for the CPU as well. But the LOD downgrade helped, yeah, definitely. So what's my advice? My final advice? Well, what I just said, maybe I'll decrease the sharpness a bit. Keep it like this. Maybe this on 8 times. Helps a tiny bit here. Like this. And in video, see here where it says vsync, put it on 30. So the game locks to 30 FPS. But don't be fooled. This is a 30 FPS cap with vsync, but Mango Hood gets confused and thinks we are at 60 instead of 30. So this is, oh my god, 6 FPS. No, this is BS. This is Mango Hood smoking weed or something. So ignore the FPS counter and set it to 30 in vsync. And don't use the FPS cap here because it's broken. It works horribly bad. And you should be good to go. In the meantime, I'll just do it like this, lock it to 30 here. Because, so I show you guys how it performs. We help the CPU do less work, basically. And I won't target 40s because, well, it doesn't make sense, in my opinion, right now. Can you recommend it? Yeah, of course. I really like playing it on Steam Deck. I'm playing it on PC now because I have a powerful PC. I wanted to see ray tracing. But when I go to bed, I play this on the bed with my Steam Deck. Since the saves work together, or it's the same save, basically. So again, worst case scenario, this part. That's why it runs like this.
Okay, I'm back.
Songbird.
And down. Landed safely.
Shit, Songbird. Thought you might have. Fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Hang on,
Songbird the
I
cat.
forgot something.
Life number 9 commenced. Alas. I made sure to get Myers to the safe room before I ejected.
So yeah, this part is the worst, basically.
Save her.
Hey, Madraco! Tanto tiempo.
You need to hurry.
And well, if you're driving a car like this, it's going to cast shadows, so
It'll be the safest spot in
yeah,
downtown right now.
not amazing in that regard.
I'll be in touch. Godspeed.
Yeah, it needs a little bit more, but what can you do? Just the fact that it works blows my mind still. But see, once you get to a less long into the distance view, to say it in some way, you should be good. On the base game, I didn't encounter anything like this.
Focus.
When you're doing a big fight with the Madam President
Capable, I know, but I'd rather not take
a few moments away from this, it's okay.
Go around.
So yeah, I would say that's the worst one. And with the 30 FPS cap, it's better. Can we scream at the devs until they fix it? Yeah, of course you can. We've been doing that since 2020. Probably works. Oh, here. So let me show you what I was talking about. The part that uses, at least for me, more GPU from my testing, apart from this part that uses both CPU and GPU quite a bit, is this part that you are on a plane, on a wrecked plane, sorry, wrecked ship, I guess,
No negotiating with the enemy.
fighting with these enemies.
We need them gone. Every last one.
Since this is a less open location, has less things going on, it's less CPU intensive than the previous part. Oh, dang it. I exploded a grenade right next to me. Oh, I'm a genius. Oh my god. So yeah, as I was saying, most of the game is not below 30. That's what I'm trying to say. Can we hold the devs' families hostage until they fix it? Probably. It depends on where they are based. I can't lie, CD Projekt Red has been cooking for the last 3 years. Yep,
Enemy in range.
took them long enough.
We need them gone. Every last
Imagine if they delayed the game until 2023. It's like, yeah guys, because of the pandemic, we are delaying the game till 2023. Wait, weren't you going to release it in 2020? Yes, but the pandemic. At least the game would have been better received, I guess. Still, they are CD Projekt Red, so people are going to forget about the launch. They forget everything. But don't worry, I'll be here to remind you when The Witcher 1 remake made in Unreal Engine 5 comes out. I'll tell you guys, don't pre-order. Remember Cyberpunk on day 1. Does it not have XeSS? Yeah, it does. Good point. That's also an option. It's a little bit more demanding though, but sure. You can go for that as well. I think it looks better. It just performs a little bit worse. It looks better in some things actually. When there is... Yeah, in static images I'm not sure which one is better. But the gun looks way clearer now. The thing is I see more ghosting. I'm not sure if you guys noticed behind the gun. Look at the sides of the gun. In motion it kind of breaks more than FSR, but FSR in general looks more pixelated. So I think it does look better, but it has its disadvantages as well. That's why I say, okay, choose whichever one you like the most. Despite this artifact that I get here, this ghost trail behind the gun, I still like XeSS more than FSR. In this game at least. Does FSR have a sharpness slider? Yes, but it doesn't fix the issue. So yeah, that will be my best settings. Bueno, gracias, Sekisisho, muchas gracias. Don't forget about Cyberpunk at launch, I'll never forget. I'll never forget. Alright, so before I go, I want to do something super quick, which is very simple actually. We're doing a quick overview of the settings. I hate the trackpad sometimes. So again, 800p, but vsync, please put it at 30. Don't use the OS level FPS cap. Lots of latency, wouldn't recommend. But this will tell you that you have 60 frames. Mango HUD will tell you that, so ignore that. You're not playing at 60 there. Balance XeSS or FSR2, the one you like the most. Personally, despite the ghosting in some scenarios for XeSS, I rather use this one. Looks less pixelated in general. And the settings like this, similar to the Steam Deck preset, a little bit lower, but I think it makes it a better experience in general. Then on gameplay, HDD mode and SMT mode on. And as you can see, Mango HUD says, oh my god, 60 FPS! Trust me, this is 30. So when it says 60 here, it's actually 30 with half rate vsync. So what I'm going to do before I leave is to just disable the FPS counter. And let me know if you guys... Hang on. Let me know if you guys can notice if it drops below 30. Hang on. The keyboard is very far away. What is half rate vsync? That means vsync, but instead of targeting your native refresh rate of your monitor, in this case 60 Hz, it targets half the refresh rate. By the way, that means... Hang on. 30 FPS vsync in game. So since the refresh rate of the Steam Deck is 60, half refresh rate is 30. And you won't have any tearing. The latency is better than locking the game to 30 on the Steam Deck's system-wide thing. And you should be good to go. This is the best way to play the game in my opinion. That frame 10 graph though, yeah, it's not consistent. At least not when using half-rate vsync. It breaks Mango HUD for some reason. But I mean, if you don't look at the FPS, which is like most people will play after getting the best settings, you see something like this. So yeah, you get this. It's pretty enjoyable, in my opinion. So yeah, not much else to add. This is great. There's a couple parts where it suffers that you cannot fix it because the CPU is the limiting factor, but you're still over 25 FPS there. I wonder how the performance will compare with FSR2. You're probably not going to notice much of a difference in performance. So just to show you, so you cry inside a little, the part that hurts the most, at least in the DLC so far, is this part that's coming up. Yeah, XeSS has been here for a while, actually. Ya hice video de eso, Alejandro. So this is the part that killed the frame rate for me. Not sure if you can notice it while I'm moving around. But this is dropping into the mid to upper 20s. You can probably notice right away, right? I'm not the only one that can see it.
Shit, Songbird. Thought you might have. Fuck.
Yeah, I know. Songbird the cat. Life number 9 commenced. I made sure to get Myers to the safe room before I ejected. Run to the wreckage feed. Save her.
Missile, Songbird? They just shot you clean out of the sky.
Now I get on the bike. Come on.
Fucking way.
I had no idea Hanson was that fucked in the head.
Yeah, this is more like 27, 29 FPS in this part. But once you clear this area a little bit,
Myers, get her to
here's already 30.
It'll be the safest spot in Dogtown
Yep,
right now.
definitely.
I'll be in touch. Godspeed, V.
There it stuttered because save file. I don't know why the ramp didn't work. That's my bike. Oh man, I love this. Look at that, guys. I broke it again. I don't know why the ramp didn't work. Get back here. Bike. For crying out loud. Get down there. Well, I had to find one. I always find one. That's why I'm a QA person in real life. So yeah, that's basically the DLC. Runs worse than the base game, but once you are out of that problematic area, which is like 3-4 minutes, you should be good to go. Not a big deal. And here what I'm playing on my own. What? What froze? Yeah, I'm the glitch king, yeah. Not like in WoW that you're the Lich King. I'm the glitch king. I know, that's terrible. Sorry. Couldn't contain myself. So this is the base game. I'm very early in the game right now because I restarted my save. And as you can see, this has no problems whatsoever. There are kids in Cyberpunk? What? That's new. Hey, don't mind me. I forget that one shot to the head is not enough. So yeah. Base game completely fine. DLC, Phantom Liberty, has a few intensive places, but as long as you're locked to 30, you should be fine. Mostly, again, CPU. GPU is good enough. The thing is the CPU. The CPU has very big difficulties on some parts of the DLC. Hey, I have a shotgun too. We're shotgun buddies. There's too many of them.
That's a copy.
Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching. What's a kid randomly walking in at the range city? Probably South America. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Phantom Liberty works well. Just a couple parts have some CPU limited moments which you can get away from, so that's okay. It doesn't destroy the playability in my opinion. And as long as you do a 30 FPS lock, it shouldn't be inconsistent. So yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Again, balanced XeSS, 800p, mid-low settings, similar to the Steam Deck preset, and with a 30 FPS vsync from the game's options. And you should be good to go for the lowest latency in comparison to using this menu. That FPS cap has a lot of latency. I hope they fix it one day because it's unbearable. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see ya next time. Bye guys. Thanks for watching. Hasta la próxima, amigos.